All right, Leo Virgo Cusp, what's up with you? I am Solo69 and welcome to my channel. So I'm here to bring you your January 2026 2026 Blackout reading. This is your monthly reading. Oh, yeah. This reading right here may not resonate for all of you all, but keep in mind everyone is welcome in, but I am zoomed in and pinpointed directly to you, Leo Virgo Cusp. But cross watchers are welcome. Any other signs, y'all are welcome to come in and get the message as well. So this reading, if it doesn't hit home right now, check back later on to see if anything makes sense to you then. I do know about it being a blackout. That's why it's called blackout. So don't fret when it comes down to not being able to see anything, because messages are going to still come through. Check back later if it doesn't resonate at this time, though. And, we're going to see what's out here for the month for you. Let's get into the shuffle. All right. Leo Virgo Cusp. Either you're trapped in a lustful state or someone is hooked on you, baby. And it's kind of like somebody need the courage. This could be you needing the courage to see that this is only lust, not love. Not sure what I'm tapping into, but let's get out the messages. Somebody may think it's funny. This could be you. Somebody may think it's funny to be a little deceitful, though, to play around with that type of, like making people think that they are, they love them when they really don't, playing with, pulling on heartstrings and playing with feelings. I don't think that's a good idea. Where's my vape before I get really started? Hold on. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Yeah. Somebody is looking for somebody, this could be you, looking for somebody to be loyal and devoted to them and only them, not to be pulling on heartstrings and stuff like that. Somebody seeking loyalty and devotion, not pretending that this is a lustful thing over here, and it's really not. And it's like, if you're going to be loyal, then yeah, they got you, that surrender to being loyal. Somebody is looking for someone who's willing to dedicate themselves to them, not saying that like only, when it comes down to a relationship. Not saying that, because some people say that and mean that for real. Like, I want you to dedicate your life to me. And then when you do, they don't want you having no friends. They don't want you being around your family no more. They try to seclude you and stuff like that. But then you got another other energy that's like, I just don't, when you with me, we together, like, I want you to be faithful to me. And if we are a relationship, this needs to be monogamous. It needs to be just us two. I don't want to feel like I'm coming second. I'm put on a back burner to anybody. I'm not looking for an open relationship. Somebody is like acting like they really love somebody and they know they full of shit. And look, and it's like, it's time to, it's kind of like until they get what they want, then they don't have no compassion for a future with the person. I'm not liking this Leo Virgo energies. I'm hoping that this is not you. But it's like somebody instead is actually choosing to be loyal to being deceitful. I don't like this energy. My energy was way, way up. I was all the way up before this happened. What is this? I don't care for this. Let me go ahead and let's get the let me see what comes out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and cut the cards. Okay. Self-esteem and somebody not really concentrating on themselves and learning to love themselves, honestly. So somebody don't know how to love. Hey, coach. And that's okay. You know, it's the first time for everything. I had to move. Zeke put his nose right by the, literally, like, I didn't know if y'all heard me or him breathing, to be honest. Somebody could be really nosy, all in your business as well, because he had his nose all in it. But this is, it's giving me, it's about learning to love yourself. Now, I'm not sure which side of the stick you on. If you are the one that's head over heels in love with somebody, and or you know that you're playing that game, you just making somebody think that love with bringing love bombing energy, and you really know that that's not it. It's, you know that somebody really just want to be, you know, want something good that's going to be good to them, you know. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, and your understanding. Hey, Enchanted. It's good to see you. This is about a romance for sure, and love. Yes, all the way about it. This is love and romance. You have a great day too, Mama, and be safe and blessed, okay? Big facts. And somebody is like this is low key giving almost like a, you know, somebody who falls in love, like, and they just get dreamy about it and stuff like that. You know, get to daydreaming about the person, and but this person don't want to move forward, and then it turn around and it's like shit hit the fan, like the dream turned into a nightmare, like this, like because they done been tricked or treated, and other people are like trying to pull them into stuff knowing that they are not really serious. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you know, it's people out there that don't mind just mingling, but see, you got some people that just, I want that person. And even if that person is like, you so silly, good to see you too. Anyway, you so silly, Enchanted. But even if they know that that person, you know, they know that they're not bringing anything good to that person. They know that I just want to see, you know, and some people have a mindset that I know I would probably do them in. So now they look like they'll do something like that to me, so I ain't gonna take them serious, because I just know that they ain't gonna take me serious. Like, some people have low self-esteem to where they don't believe that the finest motherfucker in the room actually wants them, you know. This is some Myra and Steve Urkel energy in a way. But somebody may not realize, like, damn, you really are that you know, even if it ain't to this person and that person, that you are to me. And that should be what matters. But this is about love, romance, real love here. And there's somebody here that has faith, and they like, it's kind of like, you know, dreamy energy. But then there's somebody here that's bringing hostility because they want to act childish and play with people's feelings and pull on heartstrings. You know, which that's not cool, man. That's not cool at all. No. Let's keep going and see what happens. But this is about someone's self-esteem at the end of the day. So, Leo, Virgo Cusp. Hey, Peter. Leo, Virgo Cusp. I'm not sure if this is you. Or, you know, and I don't think that it's you. You know, if you are the one that's looking for real love, and you know that you will be real and true and loyal, and you got people that'll do that, but only to the ones that they choose, because they'll play the field and mess over anybody and not really care about how they hurt or affected the next person's feelings. But then they wonder why when they get with the person that they fall deep in love with, that person treat them like that. Karma is a bitch. It's something like this. Treat others like you want to be treated. Why is that so hard? But meanwhile I'm gonna treat the one that I want like I want to be treated, but I'm gonna treat the rest of them that really look, that I'm giving my time and attention to, which is low key you wasting your time and attention, believe it or not, if that's how you're gonna look at it. But giving my time and attention to, like, I'm gonna treat them like animals, or like they don't got feelings or a heart or a soul. I'm only gonna give it to the one that how do it's give and receive, and sometimes we fumble, but that's the part of building us up, building us, giving us our shield that we need, and make that skin a little tough. That's a part of learning and getting the knowledge that we need. That's the understanding. We know what to do the next time. We know if we feel it again, and we done felt this shit before, so we should know how to try to get through it a little easier. We know what it took the last time, the first time, or whatever. It's learning experiences. But to have a low self-esteem count enough to say, fuck these people over here, I'ma fucking forget them until I run into who I want to spend my time and longevity with, and then wonder why I'm up in here boo-hooing and crying and stuff because this person don't really see me like I want them to see me. Look at how you treated other people. That low self-esteem ain't what's up. And then using people like that, man, that's ungodly, yo. Come on now. Let's go. Let's get the message. Though, tell me more. What's up? With this message for Leo Virgo Cusp for January 2026. And Happy New Year's. Somebody like doing what they like doing. Sometimes, it's almost like smoking cigarettes. Have you ever had a parent or a grandparent or even an aunt or uncle or maybe a cousin, maybe it's you, that smoke cigarettes and then forgot they pack at home on the table and don't want to go back, so they stop and get a whole nother pack because that's how much they need a cigarette. Back in the days before they started selling Lucy's or, little singles and stuff like that. This is kind of like that habit that's hard to break. Is given. And it could be also a little bit of picking up that song by Bootsy, Why You Thug Me Like That? Swear to God, I don't mean to. That's why I feel like I don't need you. Promise not to leave your pussy wet. Yeah, right. I promise you I show you some respect. Yeah, right. It's like he said, because real talk, man, I can have any broad, but I hate to see you crying. I hate to tell you lies. That's why deep down I be like, damn, why I thug her like that? It's just in me. Been doing girls wrong since I stepped off in McKinley. So basically, he been doing this. So it's a habit. It's just in him. Damn. But this person, somebody need to recognize that somebody that's what they own. Real talk. This is somebody that ain't gonna change. Real talk. Body changes literally in reverse. Be true to yourself in reverse. This person is not gonna, this is them. This is to them, this is the picture that they created and lived in. This is their Truman Show. They can step out of it and change if they want to, but to them, it's just in me. This is just me. It's just me. It's just who I am. Boy, I remember somebody talking to me like this, saying that, and I was like, looking at them like, you sound dumb, but hey, it's whatever. Okay, it's whatever. Anyway, let's keep going. Leo Virgo Cusp. I hope this ain't you. But if it is, maybe this is why it's stepping out, because it needs to be something highlighted at this time. I would be the one that it would come to, wouldn't it? Not trying to get on to nobody today, but if I have to, I will. But you ain't got to listen to me. I ain't your mama or your daddy. All right? All right, there's this man here stepping forward with his heart in his hand. Sir, hi. You may, it's some things coming down on you right now, sir, that you may be in denial about, wondering why. Okay, this could be why. I didn't realize I was talking to a man here. But yeah, he apparently, hey, sir, hi, you're here. You need to recognize how you done treated people in the past is coming back on you. Okay? Yeah, you're probably trying to remember what's going on. That's what's going on. Sometimes we gotta, you know, I gotta be honest. Real talk. I'm gonna tell you a little bit of a story. This is when I was dating females pretty tough, real tough. I wasn't, no men were involved type tough. And shoot, I really kind of lost respect for a minute, because of, it was like, damn, every female got out, it seemed like they mindset. And it kind of helped me understand, and I'm not trying to be funny, women, it kind of helped me understand why men had a way with women like they did, because it was kind of like they wasn't trying to get to know me even as a woman. And they were really throwing themselves at me like I couldn't go in the next room and get feminine like them. Almost like it was like they was trying to I'm not, baby, I want you to look better than me. I don't mean no harm, but I know I look okay. I'm comfortable with myself when I'm dating a woman. You know, I want you to look better than me. Fuck. I'm not competing with the woman I'm dating. The fuck you mean? Please look good. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. Maybe I'm taking it a little personal. ADHD. All right, now look, but it's like, it's like the way that they were approaching was kind of like, damn, it was a turnoff, you know, because I see you. I see you. You in front of me. I see how you look. I ain't got to be like, but I'm going to do my damn on my own. You don't have to twirl. I ain't asking you to twirl. I ain't asking for a 360. It don't take much for me to see you. But I actually want to see you. I want to see past that shit. What you working with on that brain? What you working with that mental? Where's your mind at? Where's your spirit sitting? Are you antsy? Do you have a wavering spirit? You know what I'm saying? Are you are you optimistic about life? You know what you got going in mind? Where you plan on being with your life in the next few years? I know that's a cliche ass question, but it ain't got to be a career mindset. Just where do you see yourself going with yourself? That's where I'm at, So when I started seeing that women was in that type of set, where they would rather just throw themselves, and as a woman, and to be honest with you, I'm never jealous of a woman's body. I think it's sexy as fuck, all shapes and sizes, and I'm a woman. I ain't never no hater. Men too, y'all can get it. I'm just saying. So it's like, to just treat people, like somebody's self-esteem, worrying about maybe how they throw themselves, like what, it's kind of like you want somebody to see you on the outside, but you ain't got shit to offer on the inside. And as a man, I've got to come for you a little bit, because see, y'all got this fucked up ass way of seeing a beautiful ass woman that can be sexy as fuck, that can wear some of them little bitty ass clothes and look good in that shit, and forget that bitch got a mind, she got a heart, and she got a spirit. to the point to where y'all will go in full throttle, and she's trying to show you, yeah, I know I look good, thank you, but I want to know you. Stop right there at that door. You know what I'm saying? Stop right there at that door, because if you already got her attention, that's a good step. Good, because it's hard, y'all. And when a woman really got that type of mentality, you really she can make you think you got her attention, but baby, I promise you don't. And I ain't trying to be rude. And this is for the real ones. Take it how you choose. You can leave it at the door if you don't want to hear this. But for the most part, if you can stop at the door right there and show her that you can look up at her in her soul and start, like, because she's telling you that she want to get to know you more. When a woman saying that to you, she'll let you in her soul if you allow it, but in a positive way. But don't fake that shit. You know, I'm gonna act like I'm looking you in your eyes, but bitch, I see you. And it's not I see what you looking at me like I see your eyes glancing the other way. No, I see you. And trust me, women do. Just like men do sometimes. Y'all can see it. The things that y'all that's y'all's quality and value the most in you gonna see when somebody trying to pry towards it. You're gonna see through their bullshit. It doesn't matter if it's between the legs, if it's in your pockets, if it's your job, it's your car, if it's your family legacy. You should be able to see it if it's valuable to you in your spirit. I'm just going to keep on going, because it's a man here at the end of the day that forgot how he treated somebody or how he treated other people in the past. And now there's something or someone that he really wants. And I don't know, maybe it's a I don't know. Let's see what's happening here. Maybe it's a person that he had in the past. Could be. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy is stepping forward. Somebody is making their mind up, or they need to make their mind up. But this is somebody needing to look at things from both sides of this view. Now, that doesn't have to be a man. Could be a woman. Both sides of the view. All right? You know that's going to help you get on the path that you need when it comes down to making the firm decision or the decision to move forward. There's a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius here stepping forward in your reading. Understanding that somebody has been hurt. And they ain't trying to support that shit no more. And they ain't finna invite you to the other side with them. They done been hurt. Now, if this is you, somebody, they need to get it. And if this is a cross watcher for Leo, Virgo, they ain't fucking with it. Simple. Somebody's hurt. And they freed themselves from that. Yeah, this romance. They freed them. They freed themselves. Wasn't nobody you weren't trying to hear them. Or they weren't trying to hear you. Maybe they wasn't trying to hear you and you freed yourself. Because this reading is about you. I'm making this about you. But I'm hoping that this ain't you. I'm hoping this ain't you doing this. I pray it ain't. And if it's not you, I help you. I hope that your heart heals. But I hope this ain't you. And if it's you, yeah, you need to get your ass. You need a little spank. Dang. It is what it is. Sometimes you got to show accountability where you stand on things, and you keep on wondering why things happening or something like that, and don't act like you forgot how you treated people. You can't. You mean to tell me not once how you ain't thought back on how you done treated other people? For real? Not once. How you done gave communion, what you done gave, and not having no type of self. Yo. Wasn't thinking straight. It's giving me like not clear-minded, but just irrational. Irrational. All right. So sometimes we got to look at ourselves for real. And sometimes you got to take note. Take note of what, these changes. I ain't saying you got to put the date and stuff, and it may be a mental note. But these are lessons. Yeah. It's a challenge you got. Somebody got this strong challenge going on because, they feel trapped. This could be you. Like, this is like feeling stuck and like feeling like people being mean to you. But hey, I don't know. I feel like I'm talking to a brat. I'm sorry at this point. Somebody who don't know how to take the heat. You can do the shit, but you can't take it. And I don't want to get on to you, but it feel like I'm getting on to you. So if it's not you, don't take it personal, but I'm finna talk like it's you if it's what I gotta do, because that's what it feel like. But it could be mirrored for sure. Somebody definitely is in regret because it's like their spirit wasn't open to it. It's like it wasn't trying to open it. That's the thing. Like, and this is what's being revealed. You wasn't trying. You didn't care to. I feel like I'm getting onto my collective, and I don't feel too good about that. I'm going to be honest. But somebody got to get it. So I apologize. And I don't know. I'm sorry, but God ain't. I'm saying it like that. Because I ain't going to, it is what it is. No, I don't feel this feeling often, like it's y'all. It definitely be feeling like it's coming from the other side, but I don't know. But anybody could be listening, so if the message is for you, it's for you. Take it how you choose. If it ain't, just chill and enjoy, I guess. It's rare that I feel like that, though. You gotta somebody gotta get out. Somebody is envious and don't realize it. They don't realize that they have this smuck weight under them. They may feel not so good about stuff, but they don't realize that that not so good feeling is an envious feeling. For real. And you're being called to lay it down. I don't want nobody else to hear the sound. Put that shit up. Not break it down, lay it down. Stop. Don't get used and comfortable with unforgiving energy. Because how you gonna hold something over somebody else's head that you ain't even holding your own self accountable for, and you know damn well you should? How can you look at yourself like that? Who am I talking to? Because I hope it is not my collective. I'm eating a grape, my bad. You're being reminded. You're being reminded. This is a reminder about this love. Oh, baby, I know I wasn't finna show no shit, but this is a reminder about this. It's here. So it's what you done. And you did it. Rest assured, it's been done. Simple. You had the strength to do it, and now you ain't got the strength to handle the differences. This is judgment. Somebody getting it. It is what it is. Whoever you are that watches my shit, because you watch, whether you are, I don't know, cross watcher or not, you're in trouble. This is, I don't know if this is not, it's not giving me you're in trouble, but this is where the trouble is dormanted from. This is where it's rooted. You. I mean, your lustful ways, messing with a high priestess, not without feeling any type of motherfucking guilt about it. This is a good high. Somebody got with a high, did this to a high priest. You out your mind. I just realized what I said. Somebody did this to a high priestess and didn't feel nothing about the broken promises. My bad. My bad. They didn't feel bad about it. Whoa. Yeah, it was just my imagination. Ooh. I thought they really loved me because they was broken promises. That's some bullshit. all the way around. And this person had to recognize their self-worth out of this and fought for new beginnings and now they can smile. Now they free. Simple. Somebody else is stuck. That's hey. I ain't got no, I'm supposed to have remorse for you. I do not. If you are even a part of my crew, I gotta get in that ass. It is what it is. I love you though, but this is some bullshit. Now, if you ain't a part of my crew and you doing this, hey. I ain't got nothing to do with that. I'm just giving you the message. Because apparently, you can't be sitting in as part of the crew, acting like you part of the crew, being a friend of me and shit and hurting people, knowing this and this and trying to figure out what the hell they got going on, and you in your feelings getting mad and want to hold stuff, man, come on. That's fuckboy shit now. We not doing that. No. It's the broken promises for me. I was just gonna say it. Anyway, let's keep going. What's up with the message, man? Somebody's weak and they're sick. Okay? They're weak as hell. Very weak. Extremely weak. This could be a real... No, I was finna say like illness, but actually this person is in grief really bad to where this is almost like you can die of a broken heart type illness. It's a lot of deep regret here. Well, I mean, look, why don't you say something? I mean, at least you can do, because, let me get to that. Because what I was saying before I went into my ADHD mode about the women part, and thank you, Father, for bringing me back around to it, because this strength part, I didn't get to that level, because I ain't gonna lie, I started realizing how, because I got to a point to where I was talking bad to females. I don't give a fuck. I didn't care. And didn't have a heart to spare for it because of the way I saw the motion. I just wanted, So it did something, And at that time in my life, I could probably get on edge a little bit. I was a little bit more impatient about stuff, I was younger, of course. So, I eventually, I don't know, sometime around maybe 2011, 2012, maybe sometime around that time, the way about me became more where I felt like the things that I said to people that could have really been something to not come back from, because it was some detrimental shit that I would say. That shit started coming back to me, to my memory and stuff, to the point to where it was almost like God was putting it on my mind to, to just, how do you feel about what you did, and it didn't feel good. It didn't. To the point to where eventually I did a round. I made my rounds. I ended up on some like thin line between love and hate, Martin Lawrence shit, how he went around to every female. He went around every female breaking up with him. I didn't go. I didn't. It wasn't me breaking up with nobody, but it was me apologizing for my words and how I made them feel at that time in their life. You know, I could have actually took them, and buried their soul and didn't even know it, because I was reckless with my mouth, saying bullshit to people, and not really caring about sparing your feelings. And when I say stuff, it really do touch different. And I've been told that by people who really love me, and it's hard, sometimes because I feel like it's reckless, but I don't know. I feel like I'm just being blunt, but I don't. I have to learn. I had to learn, and I'm still learning to watch my words, you know. But and that's real shit. But for the most part here, I felt like I had to redeem that energy. You know what I'm saying? And go back nobody told me that it was. I didn't sit down and talk to nobody about it or nothing like that at the time. It was just on my heart to do because God put it on my heart, and that my heart was heavy from it. So I felt like if I was going to do one, reach out to all. And it wasn't many because I wasn't like that with, just like, but the ones that I did do that to, it was a nice handful. I can say that. But they were still in a position where I could reach out to them. So I did. And once I did that, the peace was there. And, I felt good about that. And I felt like I gave them a peace of mind, too. Now, nobody was like, fuck it. Only one person says, but see, I didn't even really owe that bitch or no. I ain't gonna, I really didn't even owe her no apology. I'm going to keep that shit a buck. But I still was willing to do it because I was being a bigger person. And she tried to shit on me. And I just laughed at this shit and blocked it and left it alone. And was like, oh, well. And left, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, like, if somebody is this sick or getting this, because it's a real bad lack of strength here. That's why I had to go back into that. If somebody have not being able to heal because of the services that they have put in and what they have done. And this person's low self-esteem is really, it's the self-esteem that's making them sick. For real. But it's also this person. This is the key, the self-esteem. Because to be honest with you, it's also the self-esteem that put them in this in the beginning, in the first place. It's their self-esteem. So the fact that now it's like they was doing the shit that they was doing to rise up. They really getting hit with a ton of bricks. I'm gonna tell you like this because whoever they hurt, if it was more than just this high priestess, then they probably getting hit with one big ass bag of bricks. Where they was layer by layer bricking motherfuckers down and leaving them hanging in the past. Now all of a sudden this ton of bricks come clacking them upside the head and shit. But also, I mean, it could just be a ton weighing on them. Especially if it was just this one person. This high priestess is a high priestess. This is God's chosen. Why would you even dare mess with that energy? But like I say, some people, this high priestess must be very attractive. Some people think that because you are attractive or whatever like this, that you can pay, that you only gonna either you gonna play me or you gonna use me or you don't really like me because I'm doing this to other people because I got low self-esteem because I don't really like myself. Let's keep it real. And I don't think that you good enough. I don't think I'm good enough for you, so I'm gonna fuck you over. But that shit hitting them now like a ton of bricks. She's a brick house. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. That's the high priestess. If it's just the high priestess that they did this to, yeah, she a brick house. Big facts. But if it's more than multiple women, yeah, they just getting hit with them bricks. Okay. So, redeem yourself. Speak up. Why would you gonna walk around and just feel like that knowing, that you could fix it? That's a choice. Then that means that you still got to work on you and that ego. in that. Worrying about what people thinking. Your self-esteem. Because it seems like your pride going in the wrong direction. But your self-esteem is leading this shit into disaster. And right here, it's like you should know what you're supposed to be doing. It's got what you don't know. It's like this is an ungrounded, unstable energy here. Very, it's a little bit of your energy though. It really is, but it's like in moving forward, you don't know how to move forward. Okay, so is this what this is about? Do Leo, Virgo, Cusp energy, or whoever this is resonating with around their energy? Because I don't know if this is you or somebody else. I don't want this to be you, but baby, if it's you, we're gonna try to fix it. You know, how can we help Leo, Virgo, Cusp, or the other energy move forward to help in this situation? What should they do about this then? Because it's looking like you're looking for some help. How do I move forward? But it's for one, maybe show accountability and own it instead of wondering why is this happening? Because denial was there for one. Gotta call it. The denial was there. So the first thing you do is get out of denial. It's, that's some of them steps to fight or flight and all of that shit, acceptance and everything and showing accountability. And then you can start moving forward with things. All right. Okay, so yeah, you don't know what to do. You really don't know what to do. It's like you don't think this person will have compassion for you. You don't think that sometimes it's not about wondering if they're going to forgive you or not. It's about if you feel the duty to do it, that's what matters. Because God going to hear you regardless. Sometimes you can't get to people like you want to ask them for forgiveness. Sometimes maybe it ain't meant for you to get to them. Maybe it's meant for you to go to God and let God be that third party and speak for you on your behalf. So maybe you should take it to the Lord, baby. I don't know. Let's see, because it's seeming like right now you ain't been given, but you want to welcome the love, but you know that you can't either trust this person or this person cannot trust you. Somebody was playing with with somebody else's love strings, and now they really are in love. And they know that they don't think the person gonna take them back. I want to play with, go come back and play again. But I don't, what's your real intentions? Shit, what we doing? What's your real intentions? I want to know. What's Leo, Virgo, Cusp, or whoever, are they cross watcher energy? What's their real intentions? This is not a good way to start off the new year. But it's like if you want somebody back and you know that you're wrong, then let's do it. But it's like you getting the signs now, you being shown glimpses of something of what you done did in the past that's showing you why this is like it is. And what you need to start working on with yourself. Show me the message, please. What is their intentions? Shit, nothing. Literally. Fear, scared as hell. I'm not finna do this with you. I'm not finna do this with you, so you ain't gonna say nothing. You just gonna leave it like this, no forgiveness at all because you scared. Get out my face. Get out my face. Get out my face. I'm not finna do you. I'm not finna deal with you. How long we been doing this reading? 44 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna give you a little bit more time. But this some bullshit. What we doing? I'm not. This person nervous, honey. I can't with you. All right. Let's see then. All right. Your intentions is nothing. You scared. Okay, so. Well, okay, then what would you like to do? Let's see if we can go there. What would you. What What would you like to do? What would your intentions like to be? What would you like to do about this situation? Clearly you want this person back. Or clearly this person wants you back. Let's get more. Tell me more, please. They know they're not gonna be forgiven because something is being revealed. Okay, they don't see no potential here, and so and motivating, and this person don't feel like they got enough like patience for them to. But okay, I'm finna reverse that on your ass in a minute, sir or ma'am. I think you a sir, so I'm finna reverse that shit on you in a second. But hold on, this person don't think that they got the potential to actually be patient enough to work on themselves. Like but you know what though, sir, ma'am, who I think you a sir, whoever you are. If you got enough in you with the patience and all of this to be pondering, wondering, being sickly and ickly about all of this shit that you have, that you want this person back. You look at the time that you're consuming with that. That's still time that you putting up and you use it. Are you taking out and using? Because it's making you sick at this point. So you're still putting energy into that. So why don't you take that same motivation that you're putting into all of this over here that's making you sick and put it into working on yourself so you can try to go and redeem yourself? Use that as the motivational point to remain optimistic, to head towards, okay, I'm going to get my shit together for real, because every time I see her or him, I know, man, but if I show up like this, yeah, you already know, because this person ain't finna accept that. But you might have a chance to redeem yourself if you show up better, showing that you done took care of that shit. Whatever it is. Somebody is like, surrender. What? Man, your time is up. It's time for you to start devoting yourself to working on fixing it, if that's what you want. Other than that, I don't know what else to really tell you. Honestly. I honestly don't. Let's see if the universe, Father God, okay. This is a close. It's too much chaos here. It's a close call. Somebody don't know how to obey the rules. They don't know how to do. No, this is somebody they know they on that fuck shit, and they gonna be on it. And that's what it is. And I really don't even feel like I got enough. I don't want to talk about it no more. Is there anything else that we need to know? Because we see that this is not gonna go absolutely nowhere. This person is not willing to learn. They don't want to follow the rules or do. They're gonna. This is what they strongly believe in themselves. And if you believe it, if you know yourself like me, I know myself well enough to know not to do this, not to do that, because and to move this over here and move that over there, because I know how I would be. I ain't gonna lie to Kiki. So for that matter, if you know yourself, you know yourself, and I get it. And I ain't gonna knock you for that. If you know for a fact that you ain't gonna be right by this person, I don't even know why you even, dwelling so bad on it to where it's making you sick. Because you're not trying to fix nothing. Like, for real. It don't even make sense at this point. So, like, it really definitely do sound unstable, very discombobulated. Yes, you done got knocked down by the brick house, baby. Yes, this is the big bad wolf that really could not get in. Is there anything else that I need to tell Leo Virgo Cusps before I leave? Their health. You need to honor it. You need to work on your health, especially from the past. And it start with the things that you've already done in the past. It's time for you to start facing them things and owning them. You don't have, look, at one point, it was somebody that I know did me something seriously wrong in my life. You feel me? Somebody I knew that did me something dirty in my life. You feel me? For real. I said it like that for a reason. I turned around and they found out years later that that same person got into a really bad car wreck to where they was paralyzed. You hear me? Couldn't move to the point to where they ended up in a nursing home and they can't talk. Shit messed up, you know. And at one point I wanted to retaliate for that, but when I found out about that, I felt like God had already handled it for me. But it was hit me different because I can talk, I can walk. You know what I'm saying? So it hit me different. That's when I learned the lesson of when God will make somebody your footstool for real. That was my first lesson of that, my first real life lesson of that. Because that person, the damage that they did to me ain't nothing on what they got, what God did to them. I couldn't do nothing like that. You feel me? So they hit me different, like, damn, that's crazy. So somebody hear me when and at that time when I found out, I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to get up and go to the hospital so bad and so bad. I seen a picture, half their face was gone, damn near. Man, they was alive, had to have reconstructive surgery and shit. So I, you know, I wanted to go to the hospital. I wanted to go to the hospital just to say, just to hold their hand. And for some reason, I just want to whisper in their ear, I forgive you. And God love you. And I do too. That was it. But for some reason, I could not get there. I was being put around the bush by their family for some reason. But for some, eventually I just said, fuck it. And I fell on my knees. And I asked God, God, I forgive them. I forgive them. Make them okay. About like, well, I want to say maybe 4 to 6 hours later, probably going into the next morning, I got a phone call saying that person opened their eyes from out their coma. They had been in a coma for 2 months. They opened their eyes out the coma. Wiggled their hand. Feel me? I knew God was, man. So, but it's that's why I say it don't feel good when God make people your footstool. And see, when you somebody's footstool, baby, because it's about you redeeming yourself. It's about, see, before that person had gotten to that wreck, me and that person hadn't seen each other in years, and then we had a encounter, a face-to-face encounter with each other. And that person, the way I came at that person was very civil and humble, but the way they came at me was very almost like almost like entitled. And it was like a slap in my face, weirdly like, strangely like. And, that pissed me off. But I humble, and I ain't gonna lie, I punched a couple of windows. I left out and walked away and punched a couple of windows. Motherfuckers didn't know what was wrong because I didn't say nothing. I gave it to God. But I let them windows have it. You know what I'm saying? For real. And I didn't see him no more after that until I heard that. And it was about maybe a year later, to be honest. So this is a prime example right here of God will make people your footstool. But that shit don't, if you got a heart, a real heart, I don't know, man. I'm not like everybody. I used to think that to a degree, so I don't know how the next person really feel. But to me, if you really got a really loving heart, it don't matter, man. It's not gonna feel good it don't matter how little or how big the footstool is. It's really not gonna feel good when that person becomes your footstool. You gotta rest your feet on their back, meaning they kneeling to you after what they didn't put you through. See, you can do that in your room, sir. So your health is needing to be honored with the physical, mental, and spiritual essence of it all. So if your heart is in your heart is heavy and your soul is wholly feeling like that, feeling a little voided out, then it's time this is deeper than what you think, baby. But it's on you. And it's sitting up there being upset because somebody else is being able to move on with their life and you being in regret because of you missing shoulda, coulda, wouldas. It's still, but it's not just, what about the previous shit? And also, Your health is important. But at being childish about the shit, all right, that's between you and God. Cause I'm telling you, God will make you he will use you as a prime example on some real stuff. It's not a game. For real. You cannot mess with God's children. For real. Can't be hurt walking around just hurting people like that. Thinking it's okay. Success. This earth sign energy is stepping forward. It's a very grounded message that's being said here. So I feel like that's being what I'm gonna take that as what I just said as validation. It's not a game. Let's get ready to end this because I really don't think it's too much to say more. But I do appreciate everybody that's been chilling with me, coming in and allowing me to bring you this message. You look, this is the last message. What better? Come on now, come on for real. You're stronger than you know you are. So you need to make your mind up. This indecision is in reverse here. And not being willing to change, that's on you. Then, okay, suffer to your death. It's like me it's just like my ex-husband sitting there taking his blood pressure pills and drinking some damn vodka with the shit and going outside in 102-degree weather working under a car without the damn shade tree even nowhere in sight in this bitch. And I'm out there squatting like, you say I don't give a damn about you, but you out here, I'm trying to tell you shouldn't even did that shit. I don't know why you did that trying to get my attention, but you should bring your ass in the house in the air and get you some water. He ignoring the fuck out of me. Hey, okay, dude, you gonna melt out here or have a seizure or something. You need to bring your ass in the house and get you some water and some air. And he just ignored, all right, well, fuck it then, die then. I knew you didn't care about me. I knew you didn't care. People do that bullshit for no reason. All right then, waddle in it then, sir. Waddle, okay? That's all I can tell you. Waddle. I tried to, just like I tried to tell my ex-husband. I feel like I'm damn near talking to him. Shit. Is you here? But for the most part, I'm just saying the way it goes. You got the strength to do this. But you look like you just ain't got the willingness to do it. And that's on you. But you can't sit there and be in envy and all this other stuff when you can make a choice to change something and you choose fucking not to. You sound like a brat. I like brats, but not in this order. Not like this. And for the ones who know what I'm talking about, you already know. Not like this though. This that bullshit. This is your life, and you willing to melt your life away because you want to be statued about some shit that you know that you've caused. That's on you. I'm going to go ahead and end this reading. Y'all, please hit that like button and show some love to the channel. And I appreciate y'all. Subscribe if you haven't already and you like what you see in here. Bless y'all, and y'all have a wonderful month. Deuces.